Taoiseach, you're part of a government that's notoriously leaky, and I'm not going to go into your own issues as it's subject to a criminal investigation. Yesterday, the Taoiseach couldn't update the House in relation to the investigation into the leak to the Mother and Baby Home Commission after that report made its way to government. And as you know, this was a leak that caused massive hurt and pain to the survivors and their families. Last night, we discussed the controversy surrounding the appointment of Catherine Sapone to a made-up job, which also originated as a leak from Cabinet. You supposedly confronted the senior minister responsible following a Fine Gael sting operation by one of your junior ministers. Can I ask you, have you shared the details of that with the Taoiseach?
It relates to promised legislation, but what I can say is what happened in the Dáil yesterday was wrong. What Deputy Carty did yesterday was an abuse of privilege to make an allegation against a member of the Cabinet based on rumour and no evidence whatsoever. I have no evidence that that particular leak which you refer to was done by a Cabinet member. It wasn't even accurate, it wasn't correct, or at least it wasn't entirely correct. I've yet to see any evidence to that effect, but that didn't matter to Deputy Carty. He came in here anyway, he had heard a rumour, he abused his privilege as a member of the House to make an allegation against another member of the House, and I hope that the Committee on Procedures and Privileges will examine this matter. And of course, it is not a surprise that Sinn Féin should abuse privilege on the first day back in this House. That's the way they behave in opposition. Imagine how they would trample people's rights if they were allowed into government. But why did they do it? Because it was the form of their party leader. In 2015, Deputy MacDonald came to this House, made false allegations about 6 people, including a dead man, that they were tax evaders, that they had Ansbacher accounts. The CPP ruled that she abused privilege, but no consequences. So you can't preach to us about standards, Deputy, until you deal with your leader.
Don't
believe everything reading the papers, Deputy.
Can we have a little... No. I am moving on to Porchy and look, I
don't wish to be in any way disorderly, but yesterday I was named in this House in my absence, my unavoidable absence. What was said, in my view, was a misuse of Dáil privilege, and I want the record of this House to show that it's untrue.